trust myself. I don't even need no help. Did it by myself, I don't need no help. Tryna stack money like books on the shelf.
Hundreds in the bag, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hustling in the summer on the sand. Way she's working for it, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hustling in the summer on the sand.
Did it by myself like a selfie. Nobody try to help me. Came to the club with an island girl. I'ma take it to the crib and let me buy you pearls.
Did it by myself, no one helped me, yeah. Now these bitches wanna selfie. I like big gold chains, I like big gold rings. Let me take it to the crib and let me buy you things.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes to ride in the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Did it by myself like a selfie, yeah. Nobody try to help me, yeah.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell. Big dog status, two-tone paddock.
Okay.
Stacks in the crib, I got a two-floor attic.
Got a two-floor attic, got your girl in the attic. But I'ma bring her right back, dude, don't panic, I'm savage. And nigga, if it's beef, we can manage.
I know a couple guys that walk around with automatics. I got big dog status, I ain't playing, I ain't average. I'ma leave you hitting static, I'ma leave you hitting static.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl.
Yeah.
I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Take note.
Tino, babe.
Yo, Tino, he'll get his dome pop. Satin blue on his whip, but he ain't no cop. Don't stop, spray up his motor till it smokes up. Cause what I bought for insurance, I have it wrote off, you joker. Suck on your mum and take note, cause the foreign ring up in his grill. Like grandma's stovetop, don't flop. Fuck up the game, like this was Roblox. Oh gunner, running this field, I'm for your walk up. Drum roll, load up a cannon and give her more shots. I put your face on a beam, now you're Zordon. Treat you like an old sketchbook, you'll get drawn on. I lead your girl from the back, I'm that raw blood. Wait, who the fuck feels they could do me something? I'll roll up in your ends with a toolie busting. 32 ugly as shit, like Miss Rooney's husband. Somebody cut me a deal, I'm just too disgusting. Niggas think they next in line, but they ain't doing nothing. Mask on, metal in hand, Freddy Krueger's coming. Tools all up in your home, I'm here to fix the plumbing. House blown, toaster run, leak gas from your oven. Dior on your girlfriend's face, and she best get to sucking. Head game resemble my dad, cause it was good for nothing. Yeah, I'm still vegan, but I'm down for beef. Niggas think they slip with a dialect, but talk is cheap. Watch your mouth, little nigga, because I roll with heat. Top said there's no returns, and I see no receipt. I put your boy in the back, like he was groceries. Riding round with the burner boy, in case I find any extendo. Licking up shots, until it overheats. No mask, did it barefaced, just so they know it's me. Eyes closed, chest wide open, heart surgery. Usher said, just let it burn, let's make it third degree. Niggas think everything's jokes, until you shoot his queen. Shot was funny as shit, it barely missed the beam. Wax on, then wax off, to leave the burner clean. Then open up the Uber app to flee the murder scene. Waving a stick will make them levitate. I raise a toast in the air, let's celebrate. See a couple holding a blade, like it's wedding day. And yous can leave with a slash, just like wedding cake. Bitches on snap in the snacks. Oh no you ain't, know your place. Word to flawless, you look like bellyache. Beat my dick all off in the face, and let it detonate. All facts, just ask your mum, she'll demonstrate. Damn right babes, I'm a jerk, just let it marinate. I gave it a beat like I was tenfold. And some retarded head, my tongue's mental. Babes, if you die then you die, cause you was meant to. Nigga, all I do is draw, I'm a pencil. Run up on you niggas like the rent's due. Dude, screwed, if I see food, you're on the menu. Your homies have to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect you. Fuck it, you niggas can all hate. I'm better than all of you niggas I don't rate. If your girl's fit, 4+4, she'll get 8. I'm a chiropractor back, just setting them all straight. Scorps, take note.
Shout out to my brother Scopes, man, every single time. Bodied that freestyle. We are back live. We are back live, people, on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for a late edition of the ManDem United podcast. Apologies you didn't get this. Not even apologies. The reason why I moved this show from the beginning, from earlier on in the day to afterwards, because I prefer doing recap shows rather than previews. I'm not going to lie. But we're here. Benjamin Sesko's late equalizer. Late equalizer. I think it was the 90 plus 5th minute against Manchester United, a point at the London Stadium against West Ham United. So we're going to be discussing it all. I've seen some, not wild things, that's too strong of a statement, but the reactionary takes to this draw is crazy to me. I've seen them in the comment section already on here. I've seen them in the comment section on my watch along, also on social media as well. So we're going to get into all of that. So the ManDem will be pulling up shortly as well. But make sure, people, you pay the tax. That's what I need you lot to do when you enter the city of sarcasm. Pay the tax. So make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you follow in across our socials. Yes, it's flawless. At Sarcasm City TV. At Sarcasm City TV. At Yes, it's flawless. That's on Twitter/X. Also on Instagram. And just as important as sharing and following across all the socials and hitting the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. And because it is the ManDem United podcast, make sure you keep all comments, questions, Manchester United related as well, people. Make sure you do so. So big up to, let me get to everyone in the chat. Big up to Rye. Big up Bowen as well. Bowen Bubbles, hilarious name. I tell you this all the time. Big up RSV. Shouts to the lovely Venetia in the chat as well. Fats, big up to you. Real King. Big up to everyone in the chat. I see all of you lot as well. We'll start with Bowen Bubbles because obviously West Ham. Make sure you check out my match reaction as well. But anything that I may not have got to in my match reaction that you want to know about, feel free. It says flawless, good game, bro. Big up. Yeah, man, it was. We weren't good. Our attack wasn't on it. So he said Irons, man, ain't getting no haircut. I feel for United Strand, man. Like, it's not his fault the team can't win games. Well, win 5 in a row. But people get onto him. Flawless, what you got for me, big man? You said you had certain for us. You lot played well. I give you that. But we was not at our best and still got a point, which is a massive step in the right direction. Because normally when we don't play well, which was more often than not, I'm talking about before Carrick. I can't even say it was, I can just say today was an off day. But I can't say before Carrick that we had off days because every day was an off day. So it was just a norm. Big up Rice says, Mud Brothers, we are back. Now, I'm feeling different. I don't feel like I'm in the mud at all. Again, I spoke about it, conflicted, disappointed with the attack. Our front four was not at it whatsoever. The reason why United can't break down low blocks, as we've seen for many years, they're scared to commit bodies forward, which are essential, and United don't do so because they're scared of counterattacks. I disagree with this RSV. I think the reason why we've not been able to break down low blocks because our attackers have not been good enough. That's why. Our attackers have been awful. Our creative players have not been good enough. I think this group of creative players is the best group we've had in a strong minute. Can't remember the last time we had an attack this good. That's why we've not been able to break down low blocks. I don't think it's about commit. Has anyone got the positional map from today, please? But I don't think that was the case. Today, all of our 4 attackers all had off days. And the 2 attackers who got on in in SESKO and Xerxes paid dividends. Xerxes almost equalized and SESKO got the equalizer as well. So I don't think it's a question of that. We just had poor attackers. We haven't scored. Scoring goals has been a problem for Manchester United for many years. It's not a problem now. I don't think it's a problem now, but many years it has. We had 2 attackers who went 00-20 plus. We've had abysmal attackers. And then you add in the fact what we missed today was our fullbacks. Our lack of creativity from our fullbacks, but we know that's not their game. Hence why I've been speaking about this. I've said I want a left back in the summer. Maserati as a right back, I'm cool with, but go get me a left back who's going to offer more going forward. Because sure ain't it. And he made the mistake for the goal as well. Big up nephew as well. That SESKO finish needs to be spoken about. Where is it? It was very good. It reminded me of Fabregas' pass against Burnley to Schürrle as well as the opposition pass against Manchester United. But the finish will run instead. I spoke about it at the top. 1 second. Right here. I spoke about it. Oh, the board's kind of rubbed off because it was in the bag. So I have to rewrite it. But yeah, As you can see, SESKO, exceptional finish. I know it's a bit blurred. There we go. I'm going to rewrite it, but yeah, SESKO's in my bag. SESKO, exceptional finish. Exceptional, I wrote again. That tells you all you need to know. I'm going to rewrite all of that though. But yeah, it was quality. Nah, we wasn't good today, bro. Not as good as recent weeks. I think defensively you was very good. I give West Ham credit. I thought defensively on point. Offensively, no, but defensively very, very good. Yo, deep down, that guy's happy. Maybe. I don't know him well enough, like in regards to if he's him as a United fan. I can only take at face value that he's a United fan. Fat says, who wants Champions League? What a funny night. Like I said, it's playing a game of hot potato. And we started this season on a deficit because we had Amorim in charge. So the fact that we're in the conversation is testament to the players and Carrick. That's how I look at it. And we currently still sat fourth now, aren't we? Yeah, still sat fourth. And even if Liverpool win tomorrow, we're still where are they at? Yeah, we're still 2 points in front of them. And I don't think they'll win tomorrow either. Yeah, the Shaw was terrible. Shaw was terrible. But they did not play a low block. Who didn't play a low block? West Ham didn't play a low block. Huh? West Ham didn't play a low block. Is this what you're saying? All right, cool. You look like one to me. Flawless, you think we at least fall until the end? I saw urgency at least. That's what I'm liking, Venetia. And people will say, oh, it's the bare minimum. And this isn't me championing a draw. I just like the fact that we're scoring late consistently. Because we scored late today. We scored late against Spurs. We scored late against Fulham. Like, I like that. We scored. It wasn't late against Arsenal, but it was an immediate response, which goes to show this fight there. I'll forgive lack of will, or I'll forgive lack of skill more than I will lack of will. If United get outfought and it's an effort and it's an application thing, I'm fuming. If it's a lack of skill thing like today, yes, I'm pissed. Yes, I'm disappointed, but I am more forgiving of that. Because lack of will, you can run and you can attempt to try things and things of that nature. Our front four just had an off day today. Our front four was awful today. That's going to happen. They're not going to play well every week, but we have to limit that. Defensively, minus the mistake for the goal, we was fine. And it's fine margins. We had one cleared off the line. That's unlucky. Casemiro marginally offline. Xerxes misses marginally. But here, what I'm talking about, outside of SESKO and Xerxes, who got on the pitch, I'm not mentioning our front four in the final third. So therefore, that in there lies the problem. That our front four weren't involved. Yes, I think Bruno might have cut. Was it Bruno who cut the ball back? Sure, it might have been Bruno who cut the ball. Yeah, it was a corner. But outside of that, and Bremo got the assist, but it was terrible today. There wasn't really much. The only little blame I put on Carrick is that he should have brought on Xerxes earlier because he gave us more intent with his hold-up play and he linked up play and dragging players out of position. That's fair. I didn't do that. Well, everyone knew that West Ham would have been a challenge. Facts. Hence why I didn't think it'd be a walkover, but I thought we'd get a win. Bro, at 200K watching him live at full time, he happy he ain't win today. Did he get 200K? Mad. Unless he comes up with another gimmick. Flawless, do you want Champions League or not? Do you want Champions League or not, Fats? I'll ask you the same question. It's not like they played played a low block the whole game. So what did they play, Becca? Because to me, yes, they played a low block for the majority of the game. Has anyone got the average position maps for each half and full time? If anyone's got them, please let me know. Because I've watched, who was it? It was either their fullback or centre back gave the ball away and Casemiro intercepted it. And then I think he passed it to Cunha, or he might have drove with it himself. And I'm thinking, all right, there's going to be space there. And there was 5 players behind the ball. Bro, all right. People are saying there wasn't a low block. It looked like one to me. You know what I'm saying? Flawless, I felt like Michael Carrick is being forced to play Bruno Fernandes because of the fan base turning against him since they love that. Who? Who's the flat fee guy? Who? I know Erdem, I don't think Michael Carrick is being forced to play Bruno. Bruno was just poor. Like, that's to me. Man said low block the whole game, pretty much. That's just my opinion on it. If people disagree, that's fine. Like, that's cool. Again, find me the average position map. Let me see if I can find it. Let me have a look. For the most part, yeah. I don't think West Ham were there to try and win that game. That's just what it is. It was there to nick it. I wouldn't know, like, but that's just me. But they got a point. Wait 1 second. What's it called? It's a position map, right? Yeah. If anyone got it, let me know. But you have the average position map. We have 35% possession. That's overall. But I can't find the average position map. If anyone's got it, let me know. Oh, you're saying he's flat foot? Yeah, we know Bruno doesn't have Bruno's not agile. That's not his game. That's not his game. Question for Flawless. After watching West Ham's game for our next game against Everton, would you change anything, even though if there are small changes? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't change anything. Simply because they deserve the chance to put it right because they've been playing well. People can't bang on about consistency. You get 4 good games, the 5th game's bad, and then you make a whole heap of changes. Now, if the next game is bad, that's when you start making changes. But I'm all about consistency and continuity on merit. Have the players been performing consistently well over these 5 games? Yes. Yes. They have been. So this was the first bad one today. Like I said, the front 4 I thought was horrible. But it's their first bad one. So I'm going to give them chance to put it right. Because I'd be pissed if I play well 4 out of 5 games and then I'm dropped. Because if they had performed poorly, everyone would be clamoring for them and talking about them being dropped. But that's just me. That's how I look at it, simplified. Why must we start SESKO? That's Madison. I disagree with this. Why must we start SESKO? Because then Bremo had 1 bad game. Big up every single time as well. Big up Flawless Mud Brothers for today. Nah. You might be in the mud. I don't look at it as in the mud. What did I think of West Ham Fernandez today? Didn't really get on the ball much, but what he did was he was decent. SESKO scored 5 in his last 6, Flawless. And how many Bremo got in his last 6? How many goals has how many goals has Bremo got in his last 6? Not genuine question. So I don't get this. I don't understand. Really don't. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. I was just asking a question because a lot of our fans are saying we should start SESKO ahead of Bremo or Ahmad. Yeah, I don't understand it. Even over Cunha, I don't understand it. When Mbremo's been scoring goals as a 9, so why are we taking him out of playing for the 9? It was. Where is this thing that we've struggled against low blocks? We've struggled against everyone. Where is this myth come from? People keep saying this, that we struggle against low blocks. We've struggled before Carrick against every type because we don't score goals. So where is it? I don't know where this happened. Where did we score all these goals, but then we struggle against low blocks? I missed it. I'm saying this is before Carrick. Not in the 5 games he's been in charge. It's a myth, and people say often enough in it. This is Southgate to Manchester United all over again. Enough people said it that it got ran with, and then it got rubbished. And then everyone shut up and went quiet like it never got said. It was Southgate this, Southgate that, and no reliable source said Southgate. And then the news came out saying, oh, Southgate's not in the running and he's never been contacted and is not in the conversation, and everyone shut up. Well, enough people said it that they ran with it. It's like this low block thing. I agree Luke Shaw is a big issue that people are talking about. Yeah, he is an issue. This is why I said I want a new left back. I've been saying this. Even though he played well prior to this, I still want it because I need more going forward. In modern football, your fullbacks are so key. I need to. Again, I get it, man, but it's a red flag that Carrick didn't start Xerxes or SESKO ahead of Bremo against the low block, or the fact he didn't instruct the players to play wide. In the instruction of the players to play wide, I hear about it, yes. This low block thing, when Manchester United haven't scored goals. So I ask you, Roman, again, people keep saying we struggle against low blocks. Since when? When has this been a thing? Because we haven't scored goals. We scored 44 goals last season. We scored 50 something the season before that. I think it was 50 odd before that. We haven't scored goals because our attackers have been poor. Someone tell me when these attackers have struggled against the low block. What are we talking about? I need to answer. SESKO's our main striker when we're going to play him. Then he came in for big money. When the players in front of him perform poorly. When Bremo starts performing poorly. When is it because you come in for big money that you should get played? When did that become a thing? No one went. Maguire is the most expensive. No, I tell a lie. Outside of Vardio, Maguire is the second most expensive centre back in Premier League history. How come we're not talking about he needs to start then? Why is it not when Maguire's going to play? Why is money now a thing? The SESKO finish was bad boy. But I'm saying if Mbremo's playing well, he should start as the 9. And he has been playing well. Granted, he was poor today, yes. He was poor today, yes. And if SESKO came for big money, so did Cunha, so Cunha shouldn't get dropped then. Because Cunha was like 10 million less. What are we doing? Am I lagging or you lot can hear me? That wasn't me saying anything, by the way. I'm still waiting for this low block conversation. Someone tell me when this group of players has struggled against low block. I mean, Cunha was a super sub against City and Arsenal and then started and played well against Fulham and West Ham. Why try something different as Maddison when it's working? If it's working, why try something different? 4 out of 5 games, it's worked. So why try something different? Ball needs to stick to the feet, especially in the final third if we decide to play through the middle. I watched SESKO lose the ball 3 times, but no one's talking about it when the ball went up to him. And I'm still waiting for an answer to my question in regards to when has this group of players, this group of attackers struggled to score against low blocks consistently? Where is this low block conversation come from is what I want to know. Yeah, it didn't work today, as Maddison. I agree. It didn't work today, but it's worked 4 out of the 5 games. So why should it change? So if we try something in one game and it don't work, we should immediately change it the next. So if SESKO starts against Everton and it don't work, he then should be dropped for the next game, is what you're telling me. That's how it works. One bad game and then you get dropped, despite if you played well prior. So SESKO's played well today. He played well when he got on the pitch against Fulham. He played well against Spurs. So if he starts against Everton and it's poor, he should be dropped because it didn't work. Come on, man. Like, we got to stop this. Oh, SESKO came in for big money. So did Cunha, so did Mbremo. So them 3, that should be the starting 3. And Ahmad should be dropped because he came in for less money. Come on. What are we doing out here? Man, I've played well 4 out of 5 games and hear the conversations we're having. All right, what are we doing out here? He scored 5 in his last 6. He's in good form. And I'll ask you this again, S. Maddison. How many goals has Mbremo got in his last 6? I actually don't know, but I know he's been scoring. How many has Mbremo got in his last 6? Because everyone's been scoring goals and creating. And then on Ahmad and Cunha, I know Ahmad's G&A hasn't been there. I know Cunha's been getting G&A in the last 5 games as well. I'm saying these things again. Today was poor, yes. I said it before. I say again, our attack. That front 4, shocking. But I just look at it as an off day for them. And it's a fantastic finish from SESKO. That is, if we see a better goal in midweek in this set of games, I'd be surprised. I'm not seeing all the other goals from today. And of course, you got tomorrow and then you got the Thursday game. I don't think we'll see a better goal. That, at that angle to generate the correct touch and pace to get past the goalkeeper's on point. Yeah. Yeah, and Bremo's, of course. Just to be clear, I was hammering him out after the Europa. Thing is, though, Carrick, or even if we get Luis Enrique, shouldn't be exempt from criticism. Nah, they're not exempt. I just don't blame Carrick for today. Could he have brought on SESKO Xerxes earlier? Yeah. But our front four was awful. They should do better. Because them four are better than that. Cunha and Bremo, Ahmad, and Bruno are much better than they shown. They had an off day. It happens. Just make sure it don't happen against Everton. Because then I'll be more, what's the word I'm looking for? More critical with I'll be more critical. So off day, they've been playing well, those four. They had an off day. They hate to break it to people, but your legends had off days too. Better players than in better teams playing for Manchester United. Better Manchester United players in better teams had off days. No? That's what I'm saying. No, I heard him. No, you've missed my point. I'm not being critical of SESKO. Man, have missed the point. If you don't understand what I'm saying, ask again. I've not criticized SESKO once. There's been no critique of him today. Nah, Jay, you keep slot. I'm on slot in at Anfield. You do your thing, man. Even though Amorim did cook us and he ran out all the wingers because the space was there in the wide areas, we still have to do better. Someone mentioned it again about Dorgu. Dorgu probably would have helped in this game because he's more of a traditional touchline winger and cross it in. But they're capable of that. Ahmad can get the ball on the right and cross it in. Cunha can get the ball on the left and cross it in. Bruno can get the ball on the right and the left and cross it in. And Bremo can do the same as we've seen for the goal. They just didn't perform. Our front four in particular just didn't perform. And again, I ask this question again, someone tell me where's the myth that this group of attackers struggles against low blocks? Someone pinpoint me the games. Because we just don't score goals, period. So if we struggle against low blocks, that means we did well against transition teams and stuff. We won 1 game per month under the last gaffer and didn't score a lot of goals. Scored 44 league goals. Granted, that's a different group. And we didn't even score a lot before Carrick came up. Why are we recycling it so much or being slow in the game? I think that part of that is because of West Ham. Because West Ham played 4-5-1 and he had 3 in midfield. They had 2 behind that. And then they had the fullbacks also now at points. It's tough. And this is where you earn your money. As attackers I'm talking about. And our front four, I will say it again, just did not do enough. Yeah. The width was non-existent until we moved Bremo to the right and Ahmad to the left. And players got to figure that out. As much as we're waiting on the manager to make the change, you have to figure that out. And how you can play through a low block when a team's defending with lots of bodies is moving the ball quick. 1-2s, giving goals. I would go, but again, that's where I want my fullbacks as well. But our fullbacks don't have those capabilities. Our fullbacks ain't that. They don't have those capabilities. Our fullbacks. That's just what it is. Hence why we need 2 new fullbacks, in my opinion. That's just me. That's just me. We have to do better in those scenarios. Because you know what's crazy? We play Everton and we perform. He plays that front 3 and we perform poorly. You'll be like, look, see, United can't play well against low blocks. And that's if Everton play a low block. But let's say hypothetically they do. But if he does play the same 11 and we do well against it, everyone will forget about everything they've said about playing against low blocks. Yeah. Yes, I would sell Luke Shaw in the summer. Yes. Yeah, for these type of games, Dorgu, because he can take a touch and cross the ball, and it's probably a miss because he gives us something that Shaw really don't. And that's not really Cunha's game or Ahmad's game over there as well, but they can still perform better. He would have been an option. Nah, they will on low block with a dirty counter, so that's on us. But guarantee if we win that game 3-0, no one will be talking about this. Because I still don't know. I've still not got an answer from it, but hey, we move. I did like the mobility Euro gives us when he came on. He seems to have been in the gym as well, which is good. Which is very, very good. Shout out to Euro. And he made 2 crucial blocks that kept us in the game. And then SESKO goes and scores that. Even though he gave the ball away for one, it's like, yeah, I like what I've been a fan of Euro and that. With him, it's just game time. But similar to what I talk about with Mbeumo, it's Maguire's been playing well. He played well today. Well, I like the fact that there's competition for places. Now, would I still sell Maguire in the summer? Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, if you're playing well, you're playing well. Good thing is, Carrick said we didn't get the balance right and subs could have been made sooner. And he's smart. He's going to take the blame as he should. Even though I know you don't butcher your players publicly. I say that all the time. I'm against that. But that's just me. That's just me. Yeah. Because we're not playing a back three and it's one less centre back out there, it looks like we have more. Because you got the twos out there. You have Euro, you have De Ligt, you have Heaven. I like our centre back options. I do. And they were a problem today, even though Martinez made the mistake for the goal. Yeah, even if the team is playing bad, it still doesn't stop you from showing some individual brilliance. I agree. Hence why on the watch-along, I was talking about... hence why when I was on the watch-along, I was talking about, hey, front four, I'm looking at you lot to deliver something. This is on you. I'm like that. That's me. So that's whether I'm watching Manchester United, I'm playing football, let's say 11 aside, or I'm playing 5 aside, or I'm playing pro clubs. I'm looking at my attackers. I am looking, when I'm playing football, I'm looking at, because I play DM, I'm looking at my front four. Hey, you lot, go well shop. You lot go runners, go winners the game. And granted, it was our attackers that got us back in the game. It was a cross from Mbeumo and an absolutely fantastic finish from SESKO. Individual brilliance. That's where I'm at with it. So we need a left back, left winger, and 2 midfielders. I think we need a left back, 3 midfielders. I don't think we need a left winger. Personally, I'm cool with Cunha and Dogu being the options out there. But that's just me. I'm cool with those 2. Left back, yes. I'd go get an understudy right back as well from us. But that's not expensive. But that's just me. Yes, Mazurari can do a centre-back shift too. I think he's that good that he could do that. Yo, Flawless, why are your fans trying to rush SESKO? Because he's a traditional 9? That's why. Because he's a traditional 9. That's what I think it is. And because he's been playing well getting off the bench. But we also have to take into consideration that the players in front of him have also been playing well. So until they perform poorly for me over an extended period of time, that's when, like, if we perform poorly against Everton, then I'm saying, all right, ring the changes. If it's the same again. But if we ball out against Everton, then it's like we play well 5 out of 6. And SESKO's an option off the bench. And he's also an option to start. I'm not against him starting. Yeah. Big up Charles Zeno. What did I say? Flawless top 4. Yeah, you're a joke, man. Yeah, you're a joke, man. For real. Facts. If it was Amarin, would have seen Heaven, Euro, and Agate triple change, even though we're trailing. Yes. People keep mentioning United trying to let him do his thing. Yeah. More clinical up top, sustain attacks, failure. See, these men know mad bad. They could literally put that into an action figure of how I manage on pro clubs. Cause I say this, anyone who watches pro clubs on Sarcasm City TV Gaming, make sure you subscribe. Would have heard me say this. Hey, me, because it's normally just me, like defensive spoobs might be there. So it's me. If you play centre back or full back for pro clubs, let me know, people. EAFC 26, please let me know. But it's normally just me and spoobs. So I'm like, all right, we gonna hold it down defensively. Attackers go win us the game. Even if we concede 2, you lot are good enough to score 4, 5, 6. Because I've watched you lot. I've played horrendous on pro clubs. And H and the rest of them, man, I've got us out of the game with a win. Even when I've been horrendous, we conceded 3 or 4. And that's how I look at it with my attackers. We wouldn't be talking as much about Shaw and Martinez's mistakes for the goal if our attackers did what they were supposed to do, and they didn't. The strongest part of our team and our better players didn't do what they were supposed to do in the final third. Yeah, that's it. Fire up your striker scores 5 and 6. You wouldn't start him. Come on now. Not if the guy in front of him matches that, no. Why can't I get answer to the question? How many goals has Bremo got in his last 6 games, people? Is it not the same amount? Or am I tripping? Let me just check. Make sure you're just gonna have a look. Let me have a look here. So he's got like 5 in his last 6. And he got the assist today. But all right. Let me see. Why can't I get man's numbers? This is crazy. I haven't get. Oh, there we go. View full stats. All right. So looking here. So since he's come back from AFCON, and Bremo has 3 and 5, so you deserve your stat. Granted, they're the first goals against City, Arsenal, and Spurs. So you deserve your stat. And he came off with 20 minutes to go against Arsenal. And he came off against City with 20 minutes to go. 71st minute and 69th minute against City and Arsenal, respectfully. Then he got 90s today and Fulham and 87 minutes against Spurs. Oh, yeah. Well, yo, you want to move him out of the role that he's scoring goals in, S. Madison? He's got 3 and 5. He's got 3 and 5. When you are moving from where he's got 3 and 5, that don't make sense to me. It's like a player balling out in the 10 and you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to move him into the 8, or I'm going to move him left, or I'm going to move him into a false 9. Nah, Charles, you know, we ain't hearing that Amrin sent me to the mountains and I go through his black magic. Nah, you was here backing it. You ain't hearing none of that. Ain't hearing none of that whatsoever. That's just me, though. That's just me. Yes, Erdem. Mason Mount's been an awful signing. Yeah. Flawless, you got to start teaching your fans about the standard of your club, because even I, with the pure hatred I have for United, realize what being a starting striker for United is. I try. But you watch me go through it. Well, you watch me go through it. Like, in regards to the conversation, we weren't getting top 4 with Amorim, though. Where was we when he left? Okay. And the thing is, SESKO might be good enough. You might be good enough. However, I like what I'm seeing. Do you believe in the number 7? No, there's no number 7 curse. We just had awful number 7s. There's no number 7 curse. We've just had players who ain't good. Hence why there's no curse with the team and all this nonsense and all. No. We've just had bad players. That's what it is, and bad managers. But hey. Yeah, Charles, you know, I agree with that, with the manager thing. But you were saying specifically Amorim. That's why we ain't seen you in months. But big up anyway. Yes, Paul, what are you telling me, man? You good? No, you're on mute, fam. Think so. I have to turn you up. Yo.
Yeah.
Nah, nothing. Can you not hear him? Or is the connection on his end or my end? Let me know. You saying, Paul?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What are you saying, man?
Hear me now. So yeah. Actually, I'm doing good. I don't know, man. That game just pissed me off, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
talk about it.
It's not even, honestly, it's not even like the manager's fault. I'm pissed really at one person. And
Luke Shaw, I'm guessing.
I'm just angry at Luke Shaw, because it's just like you fucking idiot. Like, seriously, like, why do that? You let the ball bounce, which was one mistake. Then you go engage with I don't know.
Was it Suchek? Yeah, Suchek.
One of them. My brain is fried, so I can't even remember who it was. But all I know is it left the space for, I think, Bowen to run inside and cross, and for Suchek to score. That goal, and most people want to act like, okay, yeah, cool, we know West Ham, you know, credit to West Ham. I'm not giving no fucking credit to no West Ham. These guys parked 10 men behind the ball. Fuck off. They didn't do shit. They did what any side fighting to stay in the Premier League would do. Just fight for their lives. Just make it really a slugfest and make it really just disgusting for us to break down. That's what they did. There's no credit in that. They offered actually nothing in the game. Like before that chance happened, we weren't under pressure. We weren't under severe pressure where, you know, it was like, oh, they hit the bar. Like, no. It was just a game where it was just difficult for us to break them down. And then I guess as the time goes on, you then become desperate, and then you have idiots like Shaw who make a mistake and then they get a goal up, you know. But I know a lot of people, because you know I was listening to Nerd in Stream earlier, and he was like, "Oh, Carrick got found out and whatnot," and I kind of feel like that's harsh in my opinion, because he made the 2 changes that got us a point. Other managers like Ruben Amorim just probably brings in Mazraoui for Dalot. He takes off Dalot for Xerxes, and it's because of that we get a point. So I don't understand why people talking about he's been exposed as a championship manager. He's actually shown me more than anything he's willing to throw the kitchen sink to get back in the game. So I actually respect that. That's why I don't even have anything to say negatively to him. In fact, I don't even have anything negatively to say to anybody, even though they were poor players on the pitch. I think Cunha was poor. I think Wemmer was poor. I think Diallo was poor. I think Bruno was poor. I think Dalot and Shaw were poor. I even think Martinez was poor. You know, it was only Mainu and Casemiro who held their own. But Luke Shaw is just the person that I'm just going to shine the flashlight on today and just be like,
listen, yours, man? I'm listening.
Are 12 years at this club, 12 years of Luke Shaw, and this is the thanks we get. I just honestly, man, I can't believe it. I can't believe how this guy has stuck here. And ultimately, it's not the end of the world. It's not. Like Chelsea drew, so we're 4th. You know, it just would have been nice to be 3rd for 24 hours before Villa played. And we've lost that opportunity now, so we got 12 days now to prepare for a difficult test now away at Goodison Park. And drum roll, it's a Monday night fixture, so we have to wait for everybody else to play before we play.
Nice.
The Premier League for you. So, yeah.
Now you spawn. So I was refilling this. But now, again, I hear you with that. And this is why I don't want Luke Shaw to stay. I've been saying that I don't want him to. And yeah, Achal, I see you. Big up, man. Hope you're blessed. And again, front 4, I agree with you. It's unsure, without doubt. Martinez needs to do better, yes, because he doesn't go and engage with Bowen, which is a problem. And he allows, not only does he not go and engage with Bowen, I'm allowed to cross him in. When you're in the 6-yard box, the ball can't go goal side. There's no way the cross can go. Make sure it goes that way. It can't go there. You have to block off the near post. Same way we'll talk about goalkeepers in regards to getting beat at your near post. That ball shouldn't go there. You got to be aware when you go. If he steps probably half a yard max, he blocks that. And then we probably go on and win the game. So
it's just poor defending, honestly. It's just poor defending. Yeah. And it's just West Ham, fair enough. They did what they did to get that point. But I mean, come on, man. Like that, honestly. I guess maybe my slight critique with Carrick is that maybe he should have made the sub earlier, but
that's fair.
Honestly, man, I just the game for me, it was just such an annoying game just because of Luke Shaw, because it was like there was nothing in that game. That was a game where it was like, cool, West Ham proved to be stubborn, but at the end of the day, we break them down and we win the game 1-0. It was just such a 1-0 game.
Yeah.
But then Luke Shaw just turned it into something that it shouldn't have been. Because now when West Ham they go a goal up, I think 51st minute or whatnot. So you give them now that impetus and I'll be like, okay, cool. Now it's on you now to come and break us down, you know? And it's like, once you then do that, now the game plan sort of changes. And it's like, okay, cool. Now we then push, we push. Sometimes it leaves us exposed. Like we were exposed on a few occasions. I think Wilson was offside on a few of those occasions, but still, you change the game plan. So as much as I've enjoyed it, watching United for these past like 3-4 weeks, it just goes to show that we're not quite there yet.
No, we haven't finished that. Far from it.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet, and we need to get rid of people.
Certain players gotta go.
And guys, also another thing too, man. I don't give a damn about that United strand guy. Please, man, just give it a rest, man. No one gives a fuck. If he wants to live like a caveman, that's his problem. Like at this point, he's never gonna cut his hair. So he could keep on with the gimmick of, if we win 5 games, it's not gonna happen this season. So, broski, you might as well just cut your hair now or just live like Captain Caveman till the end of the year. So like I don't like, because that's another distraction. Oh, can United win 5 games in a row? Can we do this? Can we do that? He should have made it 3 games in a row. That's the simplest thing. Not that many teams go on like a 5-game winning streak like that, unless you're on like a title winning form, which we haven't won the title in 12 years. So why the fuck would you ever set that sort of standard for yourself? Like, so guys, I don't give a shit about no United strand. If he wants to continue his challenge, good for him. But we need to stay focused and not let gimmicks like that just deter us from what it is. Because everybody thought the West Ham game was a given today. And I low-key thought it was, but I knew, heck, we don't really win at the London Stadium like that. So I was cautiously optimistic. And boom, this happens.
Yeah. No, 100%. And with that, that's why I don't even worry about him. Like in regard, he shouldn't be a distraction. You're a professional. I think the fans have played too much in it. I seen a quote. I don't know how true it is that Rooney had mentioned it. Reason why I don't mention it, because I don't blame him. If we win 5 games, it's not on him. If we lose 5 games, it's not on him. Let's not get away from the fact. How about we win 5 games? How about do that? That's what we got to do. Control the controllables. And should we have won today? Yes, 110% we should have won today. Not in regards to the performance. I'm talking about before the game. I didn't think it was be a gimme. I knew that West Ham would give us a game. I already knew that they was going to give us a game. I knew no low block. This is why I weren't saying it'd be comfortable. But I think if we get the first goal, like you mentioned, Shaw giving them the first goal, I think we win the game. It was 1-0 or 2-0, but we move. It was an off day in particular from our front 4. Now we have 12 days, 13 days to prepare for Everton. Yeah. Do the business.
Yeah. We got to do this. SESKO, in my opinion, has to start now. I think this Cunha and Buemo Diallo thing, it works in the big games. I don't want to see it when we're playing teams like West Ham or Everton. Let's just play with an out number 9, because SESKO, to be fair to him, at the start of this season, he's been scoring goals. So you could really say he's been unfairly dropped. So I honestly think at this point now, at least for like the next 1 or 2, 3 games, I think he needs to start. I think SESKO needs to start. And I think continue.
Go.
Lastly, I'll just say I think Mbeumo, either one of Mbeumo or Diallo needs to be dropped. I would rather even drop Mbeumo. But yeah, go on.
Okay. The reason why I'm keeping the 3 of them up top is because they've performed well. In 4 out of the 5 games, take this one away on the Carrick. They've performed well, they've done the business. So I look at him and go. But yeah, he said Wes Madison, the difference is Paul said drop Ahmad or Mbeumo. You're talking about dropping Cunha. To me, I don't drop players playing well. That's where I'm at with it. Them man are performing well. So therefore, off of that, and again, not just today, I'm talking about exception from today. The past 4 games, they've done the business. I'm livid. If I'm Mbeumo, Ahmad, or Cunha, and I don't start against Everton, at least give me the opportunity to play against. Because people keep saying this low block thing. I said, when has this group of players, struggled against the low block in particular? It hasn't happened. It's a myth.
But my issue with, and I think it's not really with Diallo and Cunha, but and Mbeumo is, because we could say, right, and this is why, like I said, I'm calling it out early before a lot of people make it like fashionable to really. I just feel like if this guy's not really scoring goals, I'm just like, what are you really offering us? Because on paper today, he gets away with an assist.
Yes.
But can you hand on heart say this man played well today? He was probably
today. No, they were all poor today. They was all poor. But I think prior to the game, I think the games prior, I think outside of his goals, he's played well. I think against City, against Fulham, Spurs, and Arsenal, I think he played well in those games. Take off his goals. Because people want to talk about his hold-up play. I watched SESKO lose the ball 3 times today going up. No one said nothing. Let that be Mbeumo. It's because of an aesthetic type of thing with him. To me, you get the opportunity to me, I give you the opportunity to succeed or fail. And if you succeed and play well, you keep your place. Now, if he performs poorly against Everton and it doesn't work, I'll hear it. But if I play well out of 4 out of 5 games and the one game I get dropped, nah, man. I am not with that. That's the front three that should go. But go on.
I just think because he's getting away with the G&A thing, that's why I feel like a lot of people are, are like, okay, cool. They're not touching on it too much because he has like literally he's been a G&A machine literally for
he's been clutch
for the past literally every game. I think maybe Fulham was the only game he probably didn't score or get an assist in like the last.
Yeah, the last 5. He's got the first goal in 3 out of 4. He's got the first goal.
So that's one thing at the end of the day I wouldn't take away from him is he does have an eye for goal. But again, it's the same thing with Mo Salah. I rate his goal scoring ability, but his overall gameplay, it just leaves a lot to be desired. So I don't know. I just feel like the Mbeumo conversation is, I just feel like for me, if he ain't scoring, I always question, bro, what are you doing for us? Which is why I'm like Diallo on that right wing over Mbeumo for me. Now it's now going to come up, or we're going to have this conversation of, okay, cool. Between Cunha, between Mbeumo, Diallo, SESKO, Xerxes. Okay, maybe we could probably say Xerxes probably maybe doesn't start. But then between those other 4, it's like, okay, cool. One of them has to miss out. And we could see today with SESKO, cool, he lost the ball 3 times. I get it. I get it. And
I bring that up because if that's Mbeumo, that gets mentioned because people act like this. Do I think SESKO's better at holding up the ball than Mbeumo? Yes. Is there a world of difference between them in regards to holding up the ball? No. I don't think Mbeumo's bad at holding up the ball and the ball sticking. I don't think he's bad at it. That's all. And Akel, I see you in the chat. No, I don't think Mbeumo's been shit. I think it's from an aesthetic type of thing. If he did dummies and dropped the ball and did there and went past players, even though he'll go past players, but he does it in a more brute strength rather than Cunha and Ahmad. And he's a good foil for those two as well. And the thing is, it needs to be Cunha, SESKO, and Mbeumo. Why? When that again, child, tell me why. When the other 3 have been performing well. One bad game and people are saying this. They've performed well prior to this. Granted, some of it was Dorgu, but they've performed well. Why are we changing something that has worked? Please explain that to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. And we're saying one bad game, now it needs to change. But they've just performed well in 4 out of the last 5. Because no one were criticizing their performance against those sides. I don't get it. Tell me. I don't disagree that Ahmad's been shit. That is ridiculous, child. Ahmad has not been shit. That is outrageous. Was he terrible today? Yes. He was terrible today. Was he terrible against Spurs? No. Was he terrible against Fulham? No. Was he terrible against Arsenal and Manchester City? No and no. He was not. Stop looking at G&A.
I mean, at the end of the day,
on the ball and off the ball in regards to being an outlet out there, he should have got some more G&A as well, and he offers a lot defensively also. Part of the reason Dalot has looked better is because of Ahmad. He's contributed to that. Ahmad hasn't been shit. That's a myth. Stop looking at goals in the system.
Ahmad definitely has not been shit. It's just Ahmad is not Mbeumo. Ahmad, like he's like, if you look at Ahmad's G&A this season, it's probably not going to be as high on the list as it was last season. He's not Embuemo, and he's not Cunha. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's like at this point, he's playing well. He's playing well. I just feel like he had like a off day today, you know. But I would even say he was probably maybe the better of the three than Embuemo himself. So
Hasn't he been bad? To Charles, no. In regards, he hasn't been consistently good. So tell me the bad games he's had since Carrick's joined. You said he's been shit. So let me rephrase that. Tell me the shit games he's had since Carrick's joined. Don't worry, I'll wait. Go on, carry on, Paul.
I mean, with Diallo, I just feel like with him, I guess maybe my thing is that maybe on some instances he probably needs to take more shots. He probably because the way West Ham were really parked off today, they were like making everything congested, and it was like any little gap that you see there, you just shoot. Because I kind of felt like United were trying to pass their way past the West Ham players to death, and I'm just like, there's a little gap there. Maybe just shoot. If it gets blocked, okay, cool. We go again. But if it doesn't, you know, I just kind of feel like, you know, maybe he needs to shoot more.
Agree with that.
And that's it. He probably just needs to shoot more. But I disagree. I think Ahmad's been good.
I don't think anyone's been shit, because you know what the crazy part is, Paul? No one was saying this after these games.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't the conversation after these games.
Ahmad's definitely been good.
Chow. Again, I asked you the question again, Chow. Tell me the games you said he's been shit. So I asked you a question. What games has he been shitting outside of this one where I thought he was terrible? Arsenal, Fulham, City, even though that ain't the order. So City, Arsenal, Fulham, Spurs. Tell me the games you think he was shitting. Tell me the games, those four that you thought he was shitting. He was terrible. Tell me. And then again, you the same guy that backed him, so it's not a surprise. But you lot, run up the likes. Make sure you run up. This is always something in common, man. Run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. There's over 50 of you lot in the building. We're only at 27 likes. Not enough, people. Not enough. Let's get up to 40 likes. Let's hit that subscribe button as well. We're at 16,364. You know what? I need... How many? What's the like check? I need 22 more likes to get us up to 50. So 22 more likes, one more subscriber, people. So 22 more likes, one more subscriber as well. So you thought he was shit. All right, we got nothing else to discuss then. You thought he was shit against Arsenal. That's just an agenda, man. Yeah, man. Big fan of Ahmad, but it ain't worked. He was shit against Arsenal, you know. All right, man. Okay. But again, crazy. This is someone who backed Amarim until the end. So here we are, man. We got nothing else to discuss. Fair, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. There was no one who was
shit against Arsenal. Here we are, man. Here we are, man. Amarim was the guy who was going to get us fourth. All right, man. Sure.
There was no one who was shit in that Arsenal game. I feel like, man. I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of people just had their agenda. I would say this, though. Listen, we have come a long way with our attack, because as much as I say I have my critiques about Embuemo, listen, we've needed someone like that in our team, at least for a time.
Any manager includes Amarim. You backed him to the end. Stand on it, child. Don't run, don't trip. You was an Amarim inner. Don't trip.
He's trying to backtrack now.
He's trying to backtrack now. Now he's trying to backtrack, man. I'm telling you.
They're getting exposed. They're getting exposed.
It's any manager now. No, you backed Amarim, man. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You was wrong. We all get things wrong. It's all right, man.
And you know, one thing I'm slowly noticing is that some of these guys are kind of looking for any little stumble from Carrick to do anything. So they could be like, oh, you see, we shouldn't have fired Amarim. I bet you now. Hopefully we beat Everton, but I bet you if we go on a bit of a indifferent run over these next couple of weeks, you would hear some of these people come out just out of the shadows saying, "Oh yeah." A lot of these people are weird people. I don't know why this Amarim guy had us in 15th. Now, and cool, he didn't get fired for what he was supposed to get fired for, but I'm glad he got fired, because now at least we've seen someone who's shown him up for what he really is, and he's been holding us back for the longest.
No child.
So,
agreed, Venetia.
He's exposing the flaws. Like we have a good attack, and what I was going to say is our attack is at least we're in a space where we're having these sort of like arguments of who is going to start, who is not, like who should. Like we weren't having this last year. Like the bar was on the floor last year, where it was like
we weren't having it this year.
really
That's the craziest part. Everyone was performing poorly. People forget we've now scored 11 goals under Carrick and 2 under Fletcher, so that's 13. So them two almost have what Amorim had done in much more games, because Fletcher got 2 against Burnley, and now I think Carrick is 11 because he's 1 today, 2 against Fulham, 3 against Fulham, 2 against Spurs, that's 5, 3 against Arsenal, that's 8, and 2 against City. So that's I think so. It's like 10, 11.
If you don't count the Brighton game, that's maybe one more. So.
If you really wanted to, you could include that. Obviously, I was talking Premier League. You can include the Brighton game for Fletcher if you really wanted to as well. But going back with Ahmad, I'd rather choose Mbeumo over Ahmad on the right wing. And you also chose that Amorim should stay. So here we are, Chow. I'll take what you say when it comes to those choices with a pinch of salt. Sorry. Go on.
I wouldn't. I think with Mbeumo's an inside forward. I feel like with the attack, I think we need one more attacker to sort of like balance everything out, because I don't think Cunha could play on the left per se. And this for me goes back to long term. I think when Bruno eventually cuts from United, I think maybe Cunha would have to drift in that. Would have to play it now. Operate in that position behind the striker. We get a left winger, and then whatever becomes this. Honestly, I don't mind us having Ahmad or Mbeumo, like, thug it out for right wing. I preferably choose Diallo, because I know Mbeumo suited to certain games. Like I feel like in the big games, for a fact, I don't mind maybe starting Mbeumo in those games. But I think even if you do start Mbeumo, I think you probably would play him up front than actually play him on the right wing. Because I'm
not gonna lie, Paul. I like him as a 9. You know why? Because he's played in the 9 and he's played well.
Yeah, and he scores goals from that position.
Yeah, and he scored goals. And I think his overall play outside of the goals has been good. Again, not good today. Let me clarify that. Horrible today, as they all were. But other than that, he's played well, and we've played different teams. Fulham at points, we didn't have the ball. Sometimes we did. Spurs, we had more of the ball. He's played well. I don't think he was good in the Spurs game. Outside of the goal, I thought he was good.
He was
okay. Outside of the goal, I don't think he was excellent, but I thought he was good.
He was okay in the Spurs game. I feel like with Mbeumo, I just feel like we definitely, he can play in the 9. So which is why if we want to alternate it, like cool, Mbeumo plays as a 9, and then maybe at some point in the game, if we want to make changes, we could bring on SESKO and whatnot. Because one thing at the end of the day is I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful. I am very thankful that we was able to pull that deal off, because everything this guy has come in now to do for us is what I knew he was going to do for us. Because I looked at Cunha, I looked at Mbeumo, I'm like, cool. Cunha is, to be fair, the better player than Mbeumo, but
Agreed.
Is he prolific?
No,
I'm not really sure. Yes, Cunha scored a couple of goals this year. Fair enough. But Mbeumo's the one who really would score all the goals, and he's really been our goal scorer. Granted, Cunha has scored, and SESKO has scored. So our front 3 or our attackers that we brought in this summer are actually doing the business for us. So we don't really have a problem in attack. And even Xerxes too is chipped into with a few. Mounts chipped in with a few, and Bruno continues to do Bruno things. So I feel like our attack is cool. Our midfield is okay. I just feel like we're just one injury away from absolutely like capitulating. Our defense is, I just feel like with Martinez, and this is why for me, as much as for how well he plays sometimes, there's just always this like, don't want to go overboard with it because he does certain things where I'm just like, oh man, what the hell was that? You know, and this is why I'm just like, if the summer does come, if a good offer really does come from Martinez, I really would let him go.
Yeah, you cool with letting
I
him go.
really would let him go because I'm still not like, oh, like, okay, cool, we got to keep him. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still not like,
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Like must keep. Like I would fight tooth and nail to keep Euro, Heaven, Delit. But Martinez is like, I feel we could replace Martinez. I feel we could do better than Martinez, in my opinion. That's crazy. I feel we could do better than Martinez. I'm not saying he's shit, but I'm just like,
you're saying like if a good offer came in for you, you move him on. I hear it. My biggest issue with Martinez is the injuries. He seems to get injured, and when he gets injured, it's a long time, and you don't need that for continuity. Your centre back's got to be fit. The odd game here and there, yeah, but your centre back's got to stay. Your centre backs can't be missing 3 months, 4 months.
But that's the same issue with the same issue with Delit.
Yeah.
I've not seen Delit since I was in Denmark, and that was 2 months ago. And
that's a problem.
Slowly approaching now 3 months. So his injury is concerning. But Delit, unlike Martinez, has shown that he's actually like he's a solid like box defender. If Delit was there today, I don't think we concede that goal. I don't think there's a high possibility that he closes that gap, and we don't.
Yeah. I get that because he's good at that going across and that slide tackle block.
Yeah,
he's very good at that. He has a turn of pace for that. And to this, the Sully, he says, just hope Carrick learns he can't play a roaming free against a low block. Chelsea showed us the blueprint though. Manos type crosses from deep is what we needed more with SESKO. All right then, Sully. So if we had Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Doué, we shouldn't play that free against West Ham. Or if West Ham were playing PSG shouldn't go to the London Stadium and play that. Is this what we're saying? A roaming free can work against the low block. The problem is that front three was terrible because a roaming free actually pulls defenders out of place if you're moving it correctly. We've seen City win the league with a roaming free. They played a low block every single week. Why was it not a problem for them? You know why? Because their attackers was on point. This whole myth and again, it's a myth anyway about Manchester United and this group of attackers struggling against the low block because we've not seen it. Doué roams and Dembele is a false 9 and Cavani stays. They're a roaming free. Dembele roams. I watch PSG. Kvaratskhelia will appear on the right. Kvaratskhelia will go to the left. Dembele goes right and goes left. What are we talking about here? They interchange. A roaming free can't work. What are we doing, man?
No. A roaming 3 could definitely work, but it's just I feel like when
City win the league doing it.
When you come up against teams like West Ham.
Exactly, they all play. Sorry, before you go, I know they all play wherever they feel. People just be making things up, like Manchester United and this group of. Sorry to cut you off, Paul. This group of attackers struggling against the low block when they haven't played against the low block often enough. People can say, "I think they'll struggle against the low block." Cool, but people are saying they've struggled. Okay, so tell me when they've played as a collective and struggled. When has Ahmad, Cunha, and Bremo, we'll throw Bruno in the mix, played as a front four and struggled against a low block? Someone tell me that. When have those four, not Ahmad at wing back, not Bruno playing as in the pivot, I'm talking about those four as the attacking players. When have they struggled against a low block as a collective, as a quartet? Someone tell me, don't worry, I'll wait. Stop saying opinions as facts. We got to stop this. Because they haven't played, you can say, I think they'll struggle against it, which I understand the thought process behind it, but say, oh, they struggle against low blocks. Based off of what? They haven't played against it. Let it play out. Because if we pack up Everton and they play, then what? Now, if we struggle against Everton, that adds to the argument. But sorry, Paul, go on.
No, in terms of the front three, we do have a front three that can alternate, but I just feel like when you come up with teams against West Ham, it's imperative that you don't force certain things. And this is where, again, I get to the number one in doing these things. Bruno Fernandes, every time, this guy, I get bored of just really just saying these things because they call him the aggressive chance creator, but every time this guy, keep it simple. aesthetically, yes, it may look good. But there was one time where I don't know if it was this game or the other game where he was just make a simple cross. This guy tried to do a Rabona cross. I'm just like, why? Why? What is this for? Like, are you trying to end up on Premier League shorts where they were, like what would like just cross it simply? Everything is just Rabona this, Rabona that. It's like you're trying too hard to show that you're a techie player. You're not even that techie like that. You got to keep it simple, and that's the issue. Like a Roman 3 where this player could go there and there. I mean, for people to even have that sort of argument, when we had Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood, what was that front three? Because I swear that was a Roman front three where it was like, okay, cool.
They would roam at times, but it was more restricted. But it was more fluid at points, yeah.
Yeah, but it was more restricted, but it was still like, because Martial was your like 9 that would drop in to create a bit of space for Rashford and Greenwood to run inside, So it's like that, like Erling Haaland type of like number 9, like it's only really Manchester City that play that way, and I guess maybe to a certain degree Arsenal now because Gyökeres only plays up front. But most teams really like it's really like a Roman 3 kind of thing. Like no one really plays with like an out and out like number 9 like that. I know we have one, but we don't usually. He doesn't start like consistently. So Roman 3 can work, but I don't know.
Of course it can. Again, they just was poor as well. They were just poor. Spurs, we never broke them down when they sat back. I don't know what game you was watching, Sully. So Vicario was just making saves on accident. All right, man. Okay. All right. We was fine against Spurs. There was never in doubt that we was going to score in that game. Hence why we scored twice when they sat back. Did we not score 2 after the sending off? So, and that's where they're all down to defense. So Casemiro's header was a long shot. All right, bet, man. So some header.
I mean, despite the disappointment today, one
header was a long shot. All right, man. Okay. All right, man.
Despite the disappointment today, right? Okay. Like one big positive that at least I can at least take.
Yeah, Casemiro's header was a long shot. All right, man. Spurs was not all long shots. Go rewatch the game, man.
Yeah.
Just go. I know what I watched. It wasn't all long shots. Some of it was long shots. And also that adds into being creative as well. Because what long shots did we get off against West Ham today?
Yeah.
And yes, both the goals were in the box. Man, just be saying anything. All right, man. Okay.
Yeah.
But we struggled to break them down. All right.
Anyway, the biggest positive is Kobe Mainu. I mean, like Ruben. Listen, anybody who backed Ruben Amorim, you deserve jail with him as well, because we talk about youth and everything. And this guy was inches away from leaving our football club. I've heard all of the nonsense. Oh, maybe he's just not that good enough. But you could see, I'm just so pissed about VAR and just, I mean, Casemiro at the end of the day would know that, Wan-Bissaka was like right behind him. But that was a very, very well-crafted goal. And where did that really come from? That was Mainu. Mainu, what a pass from him. Of course, it didn't count. So, we can't really do all that. But even his overall game was great. His overall game showed why he deserved to start. So anytime we were crying out for midfield stability under Amorim, and his punk ass was telling us, oh, well, he doesn't always have to start for us. And I'm just like, ever since Mainu stepped into this midfield, he's looked very composed. He's you would think Mainu's been playing the game for almost 20 years, the way he
plays.
Right. Very composed. Can't be phased. You can't really dispossess him like that. Strength as well. He's strong on the ball. He can't be bodied off the ball easily. Like he's a complete midfielder. And our midfield's not great, but that's one of the high points of today. And him and Casemiro as well. Casemiro did all he could too to keep that balance in midfield. Those are the two players today, in my opinion, that walk away with, in my opinion, a 10 out of 10, even though we drew the game, but in my books, a 10 out of 10.
They play well, them two. Them two I don't have no complaints with, to be honest.
You know,
those two, again, they almost got us back. They almost took the lead with the cross. I mean, the equalizer, the marginal offside. Yeah.
So
it was that. It was. I did my time. That's why I was off 3 months. I served 3 months for his crimes. Nah, man, that's a life sentence.
That's a life sentence.
You got the chair, and you got the chair. That's a needle. What are we talking about?
That's life sentence, because Amorim told us to our face that it's either Bruno or Mainu, and now you can see. Oh wait, you can actually play a midfield three of Bruno, Mainu, and Casemiro. Shocker, shock. You know, you even with Lenny Euro, like a lot of people were quick to give up on Lenny Euro. Came on today, had a good cameo.
Two crucial blocks, man. Two crucial.
People were quick, and this is why I'm just like, yo, chill out on some of these players. Euro, Heaven, Mainu, these are just 20-year-olds. Just chill out, relax. They get certain things wrong, but all in all, these are not bad players. Heaven, to be fair, I think the only mistake he made was to be honest, it wasn't even his fault. The time leads.
Oh yeah, he should have done better for that.
I think it was Dallo who or was it Shaw? One of them that gave like a loose pass, and then the Aronson guy, who's just a speed demon, just caught up and scored. So it wasn't really his fault. So Heaven, to be fair, has been mostly composed. Euro's been a bit iffy in a few games prior, but today he came on, he did his thing. And Mainu, who was not getting the opportunity, came on now and showed people why he needed to be starting every time.
I hear that. Trust me. I fully hear you on that. Hey, you lot continue to run up these likes, man. I said 50. We're only at 31. Hey, run up these likes, people. 19 short. And I said one more subscriber as well. What are we doing, man? Like check 1212. I know there's at least one of you lot who have not hit that subscribe button. And I know there's multiple of you lot in the chat that haven't hit the like button. And I mean, one of you lot ain't subscribed. So hit that subscribe button, get us up to hit the subscriber target, and also get us to 50 likes as well. What are we doing out here? All right, what's going on? Hey, Chow, again, we're not hearing no Amorim revisionism from you. Absolutely not. Nope. And also back to as well, before I get to Akel's comment as well in regards to this. Also breaking down low blocks, people. If you create chances to have long shots from the edge of the area, that's also a part of breaking down low blocks. So for instance, the 2 goals we scored against Arsenal, that was our creativity that led to fantastic finishes. Don't get it misunderstood, but it was what led up prior to that. That's a part of breaking down low blocks. Is shooting from distance. Because if we would have done that today against West Ham, guess what? We probably win the game. But West Ham shut that off. Because 1, they defended very well. And 2, we was not high from an offensive standpoint. There was no given goals. There was no rondos. There was no 1-2s. But Akel says, flawless, honest, bro. What's your take on the manager? It's serious. I've been saying no matter what, don't give Carrick this appointment, this job, the appointment serious. I look at this in 2 ways. 1, if Carrick continues to perform well, then he makes a case for himself. 2, what are the alternatives? To me, if it's not Enrique or Ancelotti, why not Carrick? I don't think the pool is good. I think, quite frankly, I think the pool of managers you're picking from overall is poor. I look at the names and the fact that I'm saying, yeah, he's cool and I'd be cool with it, but I'm not over the moon. So, for instance, we get linked with Tuchel, we get linked with Silva, we get linked with Glasner, we get linked with Iriola. Who else is there? Nagelsmann. I'm just throwing out names that we've been linked with. All the managers I just named, I see the pros. I see the positives with every single one of them. But none of them am I saying, yes, go and get him. I'm saying if we do it, cool. And that's my problem. Now, if we're talking Enrique, go get Enrique. If we're talking Ancelotti, go get Ancelotti. Other than that, if Carrick performs well, why not? Like, that's where I'm at with it. What are you saying?
Yeah, because honestly, for me, I look at, because as you can see today, De Zerbi, Marseille, that is over. And as much as De Zerbi's my guy and whatnot, I'm just like I have a bit of doubts of De Zerbi, coming to the league. Glasner as well. Listen, it's falling off at Crystal Palace. Whilst I respect what he's done, I just don't know if what he's going to do is to transcend at United. And listen, you could see and I'm not saying he's like a homeboy Thomas Frank at Spurs, but we could see with Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank was highly rated at Brentford. Now you can see Tottenham can't even buy a win. They can't buy a win. So I'm a bit like I'm skeptical. For me, if Carrick can get us top 4, honestly, if Enrique or Ancelotti's not available, just give it a go, honestly, because all these other managers have their pros, but they also have cons, and I'm very skeptical of scrapping certain things and going again, because if you get another manager, you might ruin the flow. Definitely don't get no one like Tuchel, because for me, I'm not a big fan of Tuchel. If you get Tuchel again, he's the type of person that would restrict the attack and then might not even really like certain attackers. So we then become reserved again and we become super defensive. And the same football that we were complaining under Amorim, probably continues again. Only difference between him is that at least he's more experienced to actually keep clean sheets, unlike Amorim. So I don't know. I just feel like we got to be careful. We just got to be careful with who we select. Honestly, we really got to be careful. But yeah, I'm really cool with what Carrick is doing right now. I know some of the people are criticizing Carrick over today's draw, which I feel is very unfair, because I think he did everything that he did that was right. Luke Shaw just destroyed the game plan. I think if everything went to plan, we win the game 1-0 and we call it a day. But Luke Shaw had other ideas. So I honestly can't really fault Carrick on that. So I just feel like we just have to just not lose focus, because we do have a couple of tricky games coming up. Everton away is very tricky. I know I don't know what the next 5 games are. Everton, I know we play Bournemouth, Villa.
Pull them up now. Give me 1 second. I got you. So the next five: Everton away, Crystal Palace at home, Newcastle away, Villa at home, Bournemouth away. That's our next 5.
Those are tricky games. Those are tricky games, because Everton away, the way they're playing, it's tricky. Crystal Palace, even though they've not been great this year, they somehow tend to do well at Old Trafford. So that's another thing we need to be careful about. Bournemouth away, and I think Newcastle away.
Newcastle away and Bournemouth away are not easy. Not easy games.
I'm gonna call it right. I don't think I think we lose to Newcastle. I think we lose that game. Just something about as much for how rubbish Newcastle have been this year. When was the last time we won at St. James's Park?
Long time.
It's a weird place to go. So I don't actually think we win that game. Maybe we don't lose it. Maybe it might be a draw, but we kind of have to really buckle up. And this is where
it's a tough game. I'm not going to sit here and say we just roll over Villa just because we have a great record against you. You lot could beat us. Whatever game, it's understood. Sorry, go on, Paul. My bad. I had to get to my nephew there. He a Villa fan. He's saying loud. Yeah. My nephew a Villa fan. He's not having it, yo. Paul, honestly, how do you look at the Villa? You think Villa's an easy game for us at our place?
Villa's no, but we do have a good record there, so that's my. We do. That's our place. We do. That's the only thing I'm sort of banking on at this point that could sort of get us through, but it's not an easy game at all. It's not by any stretch of the doubt. We can win, but I'm not going to sit here on February 10th or February 11th, wherever you guys are in the world, that yes, United are comfortably going to beat Villa. I thought we were going to go third tonight, and we're still fourth. So, you know, the only good thing is that Chelsea have, in fact, to be honest, I think Chelsea's fixtures are worse than ours because I know they played.
You know what? They got favorable, but that's what screws them over because Leeds at home, you would say, yeah, they're going to win that. They drew. Yeah, they got Burnley at home. So they got their next 5. Burnley at home, which Arsenal away, Villa away, Newcastle at home, Everton away. That's a tough fight.
Very tough run. That's why I said Chelsea's is actually tougher than ours. And I think maybe they got Brighton after that too as well. So it's tougher than us. I guess Liverpool.
Tougher. 1 second. They then play after Everton away, City at home, Manchester United at home, Brighton away. Yeah. Damn. Then they got Forest at home, then Liverpool away. Then Spurs at home, and then the end on the last day away at Sunderland. That's not easy.
That's yeah. So Chelsea actually have very tough fixtures. Very tough fixtures. So that's why obviously I think they probably would win some of those games. Don't get me wrong. I don't expect them to go on a losing streak, but the tough games there. There are a lot of tough games there. There are a lot of tough games there. So I just for us, I just hope we can at least get top 4 secured by like mid-April, because the way we end our season, I think our final game is Brighton away.
Brighton away is out there.
Yeah. And I've always kept telling you guys, trips down to the Amex. We got 4-0 over there years ago. And I had nightmares from that game. So I hope we could get, I just hope we could get, we need Champions League football this season. Not just with finances or whatnot, but I just feel like it would be such an embarrassment to be in the Europa League after just having 1 game a week. Like, we had a chance to even win the FA Cup. We said no. We had a chance to win the Carabao Cup. We said no. So now we said, okay, cool. Let's just take this 40-game season or 41-game season, or let's just focus on the Premier League. We must get Champions League at the minimum. Whether it's top 4, whether it's top 5, I don't care. We have to get it. We have to get it because I'm not.
It's going to be top 5. You're saying, yeah, it's top 5, so we got to get top 5. We're the same.
Regardless, because Liverpool have been shit this year, and Chelsea are not great. So those are 2 teams we're better than. So by default, we have to. Villa is a toss-up. If are they going to drop when the Europa League hits? I don't know, but we have to still be in that mix. And I think we currently have 45 points.
I'll tell you now.
Yeah, I think it's 45.
I think it's 45 though. I think you're right. I think you are right.
45.
Yes, 45. You're on 47. Obviously, they play tomorrow or today, depending on what time zone you're in. Chelsea 44, Liverpool 39, but Liverpool play tomorrow. Brentford 39 as well.
Yeah, but Brentford play Arsenal and Liverpool plays Sunderland away. Those are
I think Liverpool drop points. I don't think they win that.
Those are difficult games. So it's just going to be difficult, but I feel like if United can at least get to the high 60s in terms of points accumulated, I think that might just be enough, because I don't really see this season as the season where you might need to get we might need to really go overboard to get top 4. But I feel like 68 points, 69 points, I think that's probably enough to get top 4 this year, because the league's 4 anyway. So if we could get, that's 45 now, 69. If we could get 24 more points, and that's how many games.
Maths. I leave that to you. Maths is not my strong suit, Paul. I'm not gonna lie.
It's 24 points. I know 12 points is 4. So that's like 8 games. So if we could win 8 more games.
All right, can we win 8? So you saying 8 more games will guarantee? Everton away, Palace at home, Newcastle away, Villa at home, Bournemouth away, Leeds at home, Chelsea away, Brentford at home, Liverpool at home, Sunderland away, Nottingham Forest at home, Brighton away. So home games are Palace, Villa, Leeds, Brentford, Liverpool, Forest. So take Liverpool out of it. That's 6 home games I've just mentioned. Let me make sure I got that right. Let me share screen this right now. Yeah, I'm cooked, nephew, when it comes to that, yo. Cooked. So if you look at the home games that we've got left, let's just single them out. Palace at home, Villa at home, Leeds at home, Brentford at home is 4, Liverpool at home 5, Forest at home 6. Take Liverpool out of it because that's a tough game. Them 5, I'd fancy our chances. And you're saying 8. So you're saying 8. So that's 5 with the home games. That's 5 from 6. So then you have to win 3 of Everton away, Newcastle away, Bournemouth away, Chelsea away, Sunderland away, or Brighton away.
Yeah. You'd have to win at least 3 of them. I think 8 more wins guarantee top 4. If we could win 8 more games, because we've won 12 already. If we could win 8 more, if we could finish this year with this season with 20 wins, I think that should guarantee top 4. I really do, because and with the home games, I think I'd back us to beat, of course, Forest. I think hopefully, fingers crossed, at the time Forest might be safe. So
you don't know, because you don't know what Sunderland are going to be. Are they in mid-table? Are they fighting for Europe? Are Brentford mid-table? Are they fighting for Europe?
So hopefully at that time,
Sunderland 8 out of the 13.
So hopefully at that time, Forest will confirm their safety. So I back us. Liverpool is always going to be a tough game, but if their form continues, I would back us to beat them, because I don't think they're great at all. So, but if their form continues, but it's still United v Liverpool, so anything can happen. But it's a home game, so we do have the upper hand on that.
Yeah, and last season 4th and 5th with Chelsea and Newcastle. Chelsea got 69 points, Newcastle got 66. Well, Villa were in 6th on 66. Nottingham Forest was 7th with 65.
Yeah, if you could just 24 more points to play for, I'm gonna be real. Just 24 more points to play for. 8 more games. We can win 8 more games, and it's like I said, it's easier said than done. But if we could do that, then we make it easier. But make no mistake, man, we need Champions League football. We need it. We desperately need it. Not for the finances, because I still think, regardless, if we're in the Europa League, we will still get players. But we just need it, just from, like, we've literally, like, sacrificed cups this year to focus on this league. So the bare minimum you could give me right now is a Champions League finish at best. I would have definitely liked to, do a late gasp for, for a title charge. But listen, we don't know what might happen next year. So let's keep our fingers crossed. But at this point, top four is my focus. Let's get the top 4. Let's get Champions League, and let's just work on honestly just making this team better, because as much as we've vastly improved from last season, but last season was just it is a season that I hope I never see again in my lifetime. Honestly, it's just a season I hope I just never see again in my lifetime. But we need to also improve on other areas too as well. So left back, left wing, midfielders, we need those in the summer. So yeah.
And to Bet, who says, do you think we have a big enough squad for Champions League and Premier League games? No, hence why we need to go buy players. Because we need I don't think we have, never mind not a big enough squad, I just don't think we have the quality required. Even though we're doing well as of right now, yes. We need more. And that's it. Go get the 3 midfielders we need. Go get a fullback. Go get a left winger if that's the case. Go get an understudy. We don't know who's going to leave, but it's 4 or 5 players. And that's to be fine. So I'm with it. So yeah. Yes, child, would I take Trent? Of course I take Trent. What kind of question is that? Of course I take Trent.
Alexander-Arnold.
Why would I not take Trent? He's one of the best right backs in Europe.
Has he been playing for Real Madrid?
Because I don't think apparently Arbeloa told him he surplus the requirements, but Arbeloa is not going to be the permanent manager, or highly unlikely. So, but yeah, does that happen? No, we don't sign Trent, not in the slightest. But would I take him at United? Yes. Would Trent come to us? Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows? But
Maybe.
but again, Trent's a right back. We don't really need a right back. We need a left back.
Hey,
That's
we do need a left back, but if Trent's
need a-
available, you've got Trent and Maserati as your options.
yeah. We need a left back. That's who we need. What left backs are out there though?
I've said this, especially if Spurs get relegated, which is a possibility. Go get Van der Ven.
Oh yeah.
Go get Van der Ven.
I ain't gonna lie.
Or even your fellow countryman Robinson.
Oh, Anthony. Okay, that's. Well, he's 29 though. I don't know what's his contract situation. That's the thing. What's his contract situation? Because that would be interesting. If he has like one more year, then I don't think that would be a bad thing to do. Because he is a
2028.
Oh no, it's a full
2028. He is slightly older and out of the age range, but it's an option. I'd personally go get Van der Ven, but that's just me.
Yeah. But Spurs, boy, oh boy,
Spurs are in this relegation fight.
Spurs are in trouble. Like honestly, like with last year when we used to joke about we being in a relegation battle, I always kept saying we're just so lucky that who was it? Who were the teams that got relegated eventually? I forget. Was it Leicester?
Leicester, Ipswich, and I can't remember the other one. Leicester, Ipswich, and someone else. The chat will let us know.
Yeah, and anyway, Leicester, Ipswich, and whatever. I think was it Norwich? I don't know if it was Norwich. I don't know. Anyway,
and just to clarify in the chat to Chow, Nuno Mendes' contract runs out 2029.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, we're
not signing Nuno Mendes.
Yeah, but I always kept telling you guys, listen, those three teams were so poor. So I'm like, United are good because I knew if we played them, we will always guarantee 3 points because they were that bad. So I said the lowest we could finish was 17th place. But this is legitimately, well, I think Burnley are done though. Burnley and Wolves are done. So those are two places. But West Ham, at least from what we've seen today, West Ham will fight. Yes. Forest will fight. Leeds are fighting.
Yes.
So Tottenham.
Spurs are, wait, hold on. Whoa. Let me see where Spurs are at the table. Let me have a look.
Now they're 16th.
16th. Yeah.
16th. They're in trouble. They're in serious trouble. They're in serious trouble because everybody around them is picking up points, and they're not picking up any points. I don't even know the last time they won a game. So it's and shocker, the next game is Arsenal. The next game they play Arsenal. So
is it Arsenal? Is it London Derby? The next one. Let me see.
That's the next game. That's the next.
What?
But I think it's a home game for them. But
it's not their place. Oh, yeah.
But still,
but me, if Spurs, even if they don't get relegated, I'd still go get Van der Ven.
I see, I still will get Van der
Ven. I'd go get Van der Ven. I reckon you could get him for 60 M's.
Yeah, I reckon so. Van der Ven's a cool player.
He's a centre back as well, because he's like a fullback, and he'll offer you something going forward. He knows where the goal is, can cross the ball. Great recovery pace. So yeah,
he's quality. I've rated Van der Ven for time. Yeah. I've really rated him for time. So hopefully, if they do have like a mid-table finish, which you probably would expect them to have, I honestly think, we could go in there and get. That's the only player, to be fair, I'd take. Their squad is.
Yeah, I don't get that. If they get relegated, then you get him for even cheaper. You probably get him for 30.
Oh yeah.
Because they probably got some form of, as most teams have some form of relegation release clause.
Yeah,
there'll be some form of relegation clause.
Yeah. So no, Van der Ven is definitely somebody I would look at, and that would even cover two positions. That would cover both left back and
center. Because then if you have a defensive injury crisis at center back, he can play center back if needs be. He also end up give you something else from set pieces in regards from a defensive standpoint, an attacking standpoint.
Yeah.
You'd have to worry about him adapting to the league, all that type of stuff. I think it's him, We got Dutch, De Ligt here, Xerxes here, run it.
And he's probably he's played with De Ligt too as well for the Netherlands as well. So it's for me at least if we could get Van der Ven, then of course I think we could definitely let Maguire go. We could
I think Maguire Red Shaw go.
So we could honestly, and even Shaw as well. We could let Shaw because if Van der Ven could play left back, then you have Dorgu there who could be covered. And then let's say if them use Dorgu as a makeshift left winger, then you
can bring back Hamas if you wanted to.
Yeah,
and let Hamas be an understudy to him if you really wanted to, or just go sign a cheap left back, like as backup. That's what I want us to do with the right back situation. I wouldn't go and like spend big money, but go get same way Dorgu was 20 million, 25 million, I think he was. Go get a right back. That's the same. That is 25 million. Well,
yeah. You could get a like what's his face at Crystal Palace? Munoz or whatever his name is.
Yeah. That's an option. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking from within the Premier League. If we was to go get him, I go right price. It makes sense. That's why I mentioned Van der Ven. I mentioned Robinson. Someone in the chat said Lewis Hall. I hear these shouts.
Lewis Hall.
Lewis
Hall. He's a proper left back. But Newcastle, I just they will never sell to us. They will never sell to us. They will never sell to us. But he's made for Manchester United if I've ever seen a left back. Like Lewis Hall's a proper player. He's a proper player. Their links, I don't know if you've seen these links. They said that we're linked with Anthony Gordon from Newcastle. I don't believe that. Because number one, like I said, Newcastle will never sell to us. And number two, as much as I don't hate Gordon. I think Gordon's a decent player, but I would rather we just go get what you call it, Ndiaye from Everton.
You with the Ndiaye thing?
Yeah, I'm down with that. Like that for me is like my top like left winger choice.
Hey man, more Africans. I'm with you. Bring him.
That's my top choice because we need more tricky wingers in our team. We need more tricky wingers in our team.
Right price, I'm not against it. Yeah, Canal just asked just as you said it as well. Said it just as you said it. I'm with it and die.
Yeah,
I'm not watching him a lot, but when I've watched him, I go,
yeah. And Jai is a proper player. You know, I mean, there are other players too that I'm looking at too as well. But we also got to be careful. The Krupi kid from Bournemouth. I don't know what position he specifically.
Yeah, what position does he actually play?
Because I think I've seen him play. Left wing before, but I've also seen him like drift to like. So I'm not really sure what kind of attacker he is, but he's a form of attacker. However, he's only really made his name this year, so I got to be careful with. You hype these players up now, you go sign them and then they flop. And we're notoriously known for doing that, signing players off of one good season. Schneiderman, and then he comes to United and he just
and died. Yeah, don't do it. That's why I wouldn't even look at Krupi like that. But Ndiaye, again, for me, with all of these players, including any of the left backs we've mentioned, the midfielders, it's prices. What's the price point? Like if we're going to get Lewis Hall, for example, what's the price if it's Van der Ven, if it's Robinson, if it's Ndiaye, if it's Krupi, if it's any of the midfielders, like if it's a Anderson, if it's a Wharton, it's a Belieber, it's a Nali, price.
Honestly, with Belieber, right? Because I know United probably will spin the block on Belieber, just some way, somehow. I know they would. I just hope that we don't get played and pay more than 65, 70 million.
Yeah, don't pay big. How do they over 70 million?
Yeah, because Brighton have not been good this year. Brighton have been rubbish this year. And honestly, some of these Brighton players, because I think was it Rance that said it earlier today. Some of these players move from Brighton and they don't really become the players that they like. João Pedro, to be fair, he's doing what he's doing for Chelsea, but he's not the same João Pedro for Brighton. Basuma is gone to Spurs and he's a complete flop. He's a complete flop. Like let's not even like paint it as is. Trossard is not really the same Trossard at Brighton. Ben White can't even fucking buy a game for Arsenal. You know, McAllister is hot and cold. So some of these Brighton players that do be moving. Cucurella, to be fair, started off slow, but now he's you know he's now one of the top left backs in the league. I say that to say this: Brighton players are a bit, question mark, because sometimes they come to the big boy teams and they don't really do anything, and there are a lot of examples to prove it. So.
Yeah, because the advance had mentioned that on the show that me and him did earlier today. That's why with it, I'm like, if for me it's price point, you're saying 60 million for him, absolutely goddamn.
Yeah, 60 million, that's cool, but I'm not paying more than 70 million for Baleba. I'm really not, especially when you could get better players. Tonali's on the market, Anderson, Adam Morton's on the market. They're better players, to be honest, than Baleba. And I mean, I get, to be fair, the different profile of midfielders, because Baleba would probably bring that physicality. So you probably maybe need one of Wharton or maybe an Anderson or Tonali to be that sort of like, okay, that midfield that's good on the ball while you have the aggressor. But honestly, you could go to France and pick up one of those Africans for what, 30 million, 30, 35 million, instead of paying 70, 60, 70 million for Baleba, So I don't know. Depends on where we want to go. So
yeah, 60 to 70, I would. Bex is saying I'm not paying more than 50 for Believer. If it's 60, 70, I'm with it. But we'll see what's what in regards to that. I think we've pretty much covered everything, to be honest. And of course, there's players outside of the Prem, but I'm just talking about within the Prem as well. But that's why I watch the most outside of a few teams and some of the players out there outside of the Prem. That's why left backs I mentioned most as well. Stippo, what are you telling me, man? Says you're flawless, disappointed with the draw. However, 13 or 15 is great. 2 weeks off now, I'm sure we'll resume with a W. I do think SESKO should be starting games. I'd give them one more run. Good to see you, Stippo, as well. I'd give that front three one more run and then run it and see what's what. But big up to you. And yeah, 13 from 15 is good. We just got to not bounce back, but the performance has to be better against Everton as well. Denali can, yeah, but again, price point. I'm not paying more than 70 million for him. They start talking 90 or 100 M's, even though people can say he's worth that. Cool. I'm just not with it. I think go elsewhere. Go with your scouts. Go do your job. And I rate Sandro Tonali. I think he's a very good central midfielder. He's very good. He's going to be 26 going into his prime. But 100 M's? Nah. To be fair, I wouldn't mind different options. Why are we only looking at Belieber, Anderson, and Wharton? I think we're looking at others, though, West Madison. I think that's just the conversation amongst media, content creators, people online, because 1, 2 out of 3 of them are English and all 3 of them are here. And with Belieber, we went in for him in the summer. But there's others. I would go elsewhere as Madison. If these 3 are not the right price, I would go elsewhere. As much as that any of the 3, even though I have reservations about all 3 of them for different reasons, I would still look at them and say, hey, if you can get all 3, 210 million combined, I'm with it. 70 mil a piece, run it.
Yeah, no, you could get all 3. I mean, Tonali's in the equation too as well, so it's not just
Tonali in the mix as well. Yeah.
Equation as well, so that's another one. But if you also want to just do deep scouting, I mean, there are a lot of midfielders in the French League One that you could pick up as well.
No.
I mean, I haven't really watched that Angelo Steeler guy, so
I've not watched Steeler. Someone mentioned him, his name. That's why I've not watched him. But if Stuttgart go far in the Europa League, they get a good tie. I'll watch it. I'm just not going out of my way to watch Stuttgart. Basically, if Stuttgart draw Villa, I'll watch it. Other than that, I'm not really going to go out of my way to watch Stuttgart. Respectfully. I'm not. And people keep mentioning Spink in a League One because you mentioned it. People do continue to mention Lamine Camara. Again, another player I've not watched like that. But there's players out there.
I've heard a lot of good reviews from him. But again, the United scout, I mean, these are players that you have to just do your research on. I know for a given though, midfielders from the French League One tend to do well mostly when they transition to the Premier League because it's a more physical league. But But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not mad at Baleba. Well, yeah, Baleba, Anderson, Wharton. I'm not mad at them. If we could just get them for like what, a combined 210 million, all of those three midfielders for a combined 210 million, let's run it. Let's honestly run it. It's not going to be cheap, but to get back to the top, you might have to spend your way back there. But we just need three proper midfielders, and three midfielders coming in. They complement Mainu as well. So then you have, and then maybe Bruno's still here. So you still have a baseline of players to work with in that midfield for one more year. At least 4 players that can play the deeper positions, and then Bruno probably still plays up front. So yeah,
that's fair. But hey, you lot continue to run up the likes. Final couple questions before we close out. Hit the subscribe button as well. We're still 8 short of the like target, so get us up to 50 likes. Did we hit the subscribe? And we're looking for one more subscriber. I know there's at least one of you lot who have not subscribed. I know there's 8 of you lot who have at least not hit the like button as well. I don't think anyone's live for me to even send you lot to. Let me check. Sparkly TV, is he live? He's live. I'll send him over to you lot still. Can I even set up this redirect? Let's see. If not, thank you for rescuing us for West Ham. You're a joke, man, Jez. You're a joke, man. For real. Just do the business in a couple of weeks against Arsenal. I know that's a tall task. Oh, that's a very, very tall task. I already fucking know. How am I gonna send you lot? No one's live. You know what? I'll send you lot to the extra channel still. Send you lot to that Sunderland Liverpool game. That's what I'm gonna do. So just run up the likes, put the subscriber button, hit. So what I need you lot to do is subscribe to Sarcasm City TV Extra. So when I send you over there, hit the like button on that video and close it out. But if you're not subscribed to Sarcasm City TV Extra already, the fuck you doing? Excuse my language. Subscribe to Sarcasm City TV Extra, where you get even more Sarcasm City TV content, people. As you can see right there, you get other Premier League watch-alongs, you get Champions League, you get La Liga watch-alongs, you get NBA watch-alongs, you get UFC, you get boxing. I'm trying to put the boxing show back together as well, people. So the boxing show will be a mix, mostly on the extra channel, the occasional one on there. But get over there, Sarcasm City TV Extra. Members content over there. I want to start doing, like after shows like this, I'll start doing solo Q&As over there as well, people. As well. I was going to do one today, but ain't really too much to chat about like that. But I'm going to start doing that, where I do solo Q&As over there more, and fan calling shows as well. Talk Your Ish is over there. That's how I met Paul, for example. And now look, we on shows together all the time. So call in, people. All you lot do got so much to say in the chat. Call in. Yeah, that Palmer miss was crazy. I seen that. Did you see it? No, I check it.
I have to watch the highlights.
Highlights.
I don't know what was going on with Cole Palmer.
When I say it was bad, it was a bad one. It's one of the misses of the season. Yeah,
I'll have to check. I don't know what's been going on with Cole Palmer. I that's my guy too. But listen, I don't know what's been going on with Palmer this year. Like I feel like he's been defrosted a little bit. You know, I think he's been in the Caribbean for too long. He needs to get back to.
You reckon what? He's been in St. Kitts, yeah? Is that what you're telling me?
He's been in St. Kitts. He needs to get back to Scandinavia, man, and get back in the ice. You know, he needs to do what Aang did. Get trapped in that ice. The Avatar. People who watch the Avatar in the cartoon, you guys know what I mean. He was stuck in the iceberg for like 112 years. You know, that's what Cole Palmer needs to do because. Bro,
yeah, because he scored as well. Because he back. Did he score a penalty, you lot, or was it from open play? I know he scored today.
Oh, what's his goal record like? Because when was the last goal he scored from open play? Because I think
he scored I think it was today. Don't quote me on that though. I can't remember if it was a penalty or not.
Because I know he'd be scoring a shitload of penalties though. Cole Palmer.
Yeah, it's bad. Try to tell me he was better than Rodgers, top tier pen merchant. Right, crazy. Tell us how you really feel, nephew. Yeah, it was a pen today. I don't know when the last time he scored from open play. You know, that's a great question. Because he's my guy. I'm with you. Like, I'm a big fan of Cole Palmer, but yeah, ain't looking good, man.
He's not really had the best at least to his standards. He's not had a peak season like how he's had the previous ones. So I don't know, but I don't know what Chelsea just look like. I don't know. I don't fear Chelsea. There's just really nothing about Chelsea to fear. And I know a lot of their fans could talk shit and, act like, yeah, they're big and whatnot. But in reality, like, there's no player on that Chelsea team that, like, I really, like, I'm terrified of. Like, their attack, for example, I'm not swapping none of my attackers for theirs. I'm sorry. Maybe João Pedro I would like, but who else would I give up for João Pedro is another thing. Like, I don't, and then their midfield, cool. Their midfield is, to be honest, I'd only take Caicedo. I take Caicedo and Andre Santos.
Apparently he was poor today as well. Obviously, I ain't watched.
Caicedo.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But I take him and Andre Santos. Those two midfielders I don't rate Enzo Fernandez. They need to cut it out with that shit. He's not. I don't rate Enzo Fernandez. They need to cut it out. He's not. He's not.
Yeah,
he's not who they say he is. He's not. And then the defense is nah. Cucurella, yeah, that's a solid left back. And of course Reece James as well. But
of course, to be fair, you would swap Mount or SESKO for Pedro and Palmer, though. Absolutely, yes. Yes, I am.
Mount or SESKO for Pedro and Palmer. I would definitely Mount. Mount is I trade Mount for a pack of
some Haribos.
Yeah, for Reese's Pieces or whatnot. I trade Mount for anything. SESKO for Pedro. I don't know. Okay. Because I just feel like with SESKO, before I almost gave up my stocks.
Well,
I would say maybe we dodged the bullet with not João Pedro, but with
is it Gyökeres?
No, not Gyökeres. Delap.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We dodged the bullet with that because I would rather SESKO any day of the week. Delap, nah. He was not ready. He was not ready to move. He was definitely he needed to move. He needed to make a move to Everton. There or thereabouts before he moved up. This move to Chelsea is too soon, and they probably would get rid of him next year or the year after that because he's not, So I'm happy that we. To be fair, all in all, I don't think SESKO for the first season. I think SESKO's had
he's been good. I can't lie. Like don't complain. This is not me being critical of him. I just don't know. Again, I say this: the aerial prowess. Yeah, you just don't excel at anything. I think he's good at a lot of things. I just don't think he's very good to great at anything. That's what the issue is.
How many goals now was that? Because I know he scored. 6. He scored 2 against Burnley. He scored Fulham. So he scored 4 Premier League goals this year alone.
6 goals. He's got 6 in the Prem.
6 in the Prem plus the 1 in the FA Cup. That's 7.
Yeah. Bear in mind he's got even though he's got off the bench, he's only had 11 starts.
So 6 goals and 11 starts. That's
it is. But then he's got the 1 assist. But then he's come off the bench. I'm not sure how, because you got 2 against Burnley starting. You got 1 today against West Ham. He scored the winner off the bench against Spurs, Fulham.
Yeah.
And then where's the other 2? Can't remember the other 2 goals.
The other 2, I think 1 came from Brentford and 1 came from Sunderland.
See that? I forget about it.
Yeah, 1 came from the Brentford one, but we lost that game 3-1. And I think the Sunderland one was back in October. These were like
when we saw it, it did. And Charles saying flawless, you're high for Pedro versus for SESKO. This is someone who was hammering him in to the end. So he was really high. He was already on drugs. I'm not hearing nothing from you, Chow. You about to hammer him till the end. And this is not what we're hearing. You was hammering in at the end of 2025.
Now, but Sesko, to be fair, has done well. I think still, of course, the money was was a bit said Hoyland back 10 in his first season, and Sesko's what on 6. So he's
even though I think Sesko is much better than Hoyland.
Yeah, and he's looking to match that because
I don't know who's Pedro Neto. I don't know who's Pedro Neto, Joe. I don't know who that is.
Pedro Neto.
That's not a player. No, you don't exist. Who's Pedro Neto?
Pedro Neto.
Who is that? Is that Chelsea signed a new player? Who's Pedro Neto?
Pedro Neto. For Sesko. Guys, have you watched Pedro Neto this year?
Is that his first name? Oh, yeah, it's Pedro Neto. I didn't even know. You know what's crazy? I didn't know Pedro was his first name.
No, it's Pedro Neto. Yeah, there's two Pedro Neto. Yeah. But still, I mean, he's shit. Let's call his spade. He's been rubbish. Pedro Neto's been rubbish this year. Don't ever call that guy's name. He's been rubbish this year. He has been rubbish this year, Pedro Neto. Don't do that. Sesko, and number one, they don't even play the same positions. He's a right winger, Pedro Neto. Neto's a right winger. Sesko's an out and out number 9.
Yeah, child, you're confused because you ain't paying attention because that's not what got said. Nobody mentioned Neto apart from you. That wasn't the part of the conversation.
And not even they don't play the same position.
No, so. They don't play. He didn't ask me Pedro Neto. Go back and read it. Nobody mentioned Pedro Neto.
Yo, I'm confused here because I'm like, why y'all mentioning Pedro Neto? João Pedro, yeah, I could understand why somebody might want to
see. Look, this is what he said. This is the question I just posed. Pedro. Nobody doesn't mean Pedro Neto. Of course, he means João Pedro. Yes, Pedro of course. See what happens when you're hammering. See what you're hammering into people. You see how you struggle. Yeah. See when you're hammering into. This is where you struggle because everybody else read that as João Pedro. Everybody said that as João Pedro. Yeah. Thing buzzed out. Your brain buzzed out. That's what that was. Everybody knew it was João Pedro. Just didn't have to specify. Because why would you swap one? Why would you swap a winger for a 9?
A right winger at that.
A winger for a 9, yeah. Like, for a 9.
Like I've never seen.
That's like saying, hey, would you swap? Would you swap? I'm trying to think. Would you swap Thiago for Garnacho? What? Makes no sense. Why would you compare Thiago at Brentford to Garnacho?
They don't.
No surprise you forgot João Pedro. No surprise, man. Yo, hey, I'm Remina's people. I'm telling you.
João Pedro's their main striker. So why?
Yes, of course.
Like what? That's
I said João Pedro because he actually plays striker.
Yeah, that's right. Like it's so dumb. It's like as soon as he said Pedro, I'm like, I know who is like this guy said Pedro Neto. I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? Like we know what Pedro we're talking about. That's their main striker. It's him and the lap, but he's the one that starts for Chelsea. So that's the one he's talking about. Like I said, I can hear why people might say Pedro over Sesko because Pedro he's a good player. He's a good player. I'm not going to take it away from him. He's not the same player as Brighton, but he's a good player. But Sesko, I think at this point is doing the business. Is he worth the money we paid for? Maybe not. But you know who is these days? So as long as he can score 10 goals, 10, 12 goals, that's all right.
The problem is how many starts. But if he carries on like this off the bench, I hear it. You know what I'm saying? It depends. How many starts does he get? Well, he's a threat off the bench. So can he, if he gets his shot at running the first team, does he do it? What does he do? So
I think the thing with Sesko is, and I guess the fan base might not take easy to certain things he does. I feel like he's a little sluggish, kind of. A little sluggish. He's not particularly quick anyways, but he's a little sluggish and But in terms of like hold up playing, and then even in terms of finishing, like the goal he scored today, even though I didn't celebrate it because I was heated, that was actually one heck of a finish. But I look back, I'm like, oh shit, that's actually that's a sick finish, you know. So he do be scoring like goals. He has, you know, his technique is I rate his technique highly. SESKO. So, you know, well, he's so far he's doing well. I just like I was close to selling my stocks, but this was Amarim tax. This was Amarim tax. So for me, I feel like
give me 1 sec.
This happened prior to Amarim. It's all forgiven now. So SESKO, the new SESKO I've seen now under Carrick, I rate. I like what I'm seeing now. That other SESKO, I'm just
everybody gets it because someone asked about like, do I think Cunha has been like underperforming? I give all the new players in particular a clean slate because I understand that manager was horrible at what he did. So therefore, all of the new players get a clean slate. SESKO and Bremo, Cunha, all of them. You know, the new play, like all of them. I'm like, all right, let's see what you can do now, and we're seeing improve. Everyone's been better.
But even at that, even Cunha was still scoring goals under Amarim.
He did decent.
He was scoring goals under Amarim. Yeah, it wasn't to the volume that he was doing that, but I remember he scored against Leeds. That in Amarim's final game, he scored against Leeds.
He did score against Leeds. It was a good goal as well, actually. It was a good goal.
Yeah, he scored against Brighton. And I forget who else he scored against. I think he had scored like 4 goals before Amarim got fired. Honestly, no. He scored 3, and then I think he scored.
That's why I'm just like, all right, let's see what you've got now. And so far, you've been performing well, as they all have. So we'll see. We need to be fair. Start judging this team since Amarim sacked. Prior to that, everything was fucking shit and a waste of time. Trust me, man. I hear you, Stippo. That's why I give everyone. That's why I'm like, all right, clean slate for you lot. How can you deliver? And so far, the attackers, they've all delivered. They've all played well. They've all played their part for me to go, hey, you know what? Cool. If he does decide to go and start SESKO, I go, fairs, I hear it. You know what I'm saying in that?
Yeah. Our attack, at least now, we know at least we have goals in our attack. That's the thing I can always at least, you know, sleep well at night and be like, all right.
You can be an advocate for that type of thing. Like, yeah, knowing we do have goals. I hear that.
We have goals because at some point last year, it really like when I tell you it was getting bleak. It was getting bleak. I'm just like, yo, where are the goals coming from? And then Diallo was out for 3 months. That was the time when he was out. So I was like, damn, where are these goals really going to come from? Now it was like, okay, Cunha and Buemo, SESKO, Xerxes could pop up with one, Diallo as well, Bruno, and even people we didn't expect to pop up with goals popped up at some point. Mount out of the blue just popped up to score before he got in. You know, so there are
no, Cameron, I didn't. No, I didn't, Cameron. I didn't see it. No, what happened? All right, people, we gonna close out. Big up, Paul. Any shout out your socials. I know where they can find you. You got coming up, all that good stuff as well.
Yeah. You know, DJ Paul 703 on Instagram. I think I might revamp my YouTube channel and just start posting my DJ videos there. So
let's go, man. You should 100%.
Subscribe to that. So we're doing a couple of things behind the scenes. So yeah, but DJ Paul 703 on Instagram. If you want to follow me on TikTok, same thing too, DJ Paul 703 as well. I post DJ videos here and there, so you would probably catch one at least 2 or 3 times a week. So, you know, yeah.
There you go, people. So subscribe, DJ Paul 703. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. We're going to make sure he gets that YouTube page up and running as well, 100%. Big up to everyone tapped in. Make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV Extra. Subscribe right here to Sarcasm City TV. We hit the like mark. We hit the subscriber mark as well. So salute to you lot. What was I going to say? We're back live tomorrow. Well, today, if you're in the UK time zone, Liverpool, Sunderland, people. Sorry, scratch that. Sunderland versus Liverpool because it's at the Stadium of Light. That's where you'll be redirected to now because I don't think anyone's live. So once you head over to Sarcasm City TV Extra, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then we're back here. Just gone midnight. Actually, scratch that. just before midnight, people. So like 11:55 p.m. Myself and the gaslighter extraordinaire will be in the building, man. My like Veta Games TV, everybody's favorite gaslighter, man. Everybody's favorite crook, everybody's favorite wind-up merchant. So he'll probably be on the high, especially if City beat Fulham and they're 3 points behind Arsenal. You already know after beating Liverpool the type of smoke he's going to be on if City beat Fulham. You already know he's going to be sending shots left, right, and center. Make sure you subscribe to my bro's channel, Veta Games, and that. You had the pleasure of streaming with Veta. You ever streamed with him, Paul?
Nah, but I've watched him before. So I get what you're talking about with the gaslighting. He's the type of person. I remember, I think in the summer, he was like, oh yeah, Amorim is this and that. When they were saying, oh, how can Manchester United? Because I think he predicted us to finish 7th. And then we was like, how? And then he was like, well, XYZ. But it was just like, yo, you're not, there's nothing coherent that you're saying that's actually that actually is proving why we can finish 7th. And it's just, I just knew what he was just trying to do. But I get it, he's a City fan, so he's always going to do that. I don't have any issue with rival fans, trying to poke fun at United, because that's what they do. That's what rival fans are supposed to do. If we was up, I'd do the same thing too. But here we go. Shout out to him though.
Shout out to him each and every time, man. Shout out Veta. So yeah, we'll be back with that. But all of these things I mentioned are on the upcoming live stream schedule anyway, people. So again, check that out. Run up the likes, subscribe. We out. ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Peace.